Previously, Peter Parker hit rock bottom after the MJ Paul fiasco. Trying to rebuild his life, he met Lynda on a date, but chaos struck when a mutant attacked. Little did Peter know, Lynda was secretly the new webhead hero with her own agenda. Meanwhile, Crime Lord caused chaos, planting bombs and revealing he knew Peter's secret identity. The ultimate gut punch? The villain jokingly claimed to be Peter's father, all to mess with him and keep him quiet. The stage is set for the next chapter of this high-stakes showdown. And now, we pick up the story at Empire State University. 3 days ago, Peter's awkward run-ins reached new heights. Just when he thought life couldn't get any weirder, he bumps into Lynda, the same woman he had that disastrous blind date with. But Peter's luck never fails to entertain. Struggling to play it cool, his internal monologue goes into overdrive. Can he deny it's him? Pretend he's Ben Reilly? Or maybe just teleport away? But it's Peter who gets the first jab in, teasing.
Don't tell me your love life's so bad you're looking for college guys.
Lynda fires back, questioning why a supposed scientific genius like Peter would still be hanging around campus.
Did you never graduate or something?
She asks, leaving Peter to awkwardly admit, "To be honest, I'm not sure what my current status is." Peter mentioned the bomb incident and explained that he had decided to check on his professors. Then, with a sly grin, he asked why she hadn't answered his question. Lynda paused briefly before admitting that she wondered if her dating life was really that bad. Things take an unexpected turn when Lynda playfully brings up her awkward date from a few weeks ago, confidently declaring that she's recovered and is officially back on the market. Peter, caught off guard, lets out an awkward chuckle, stumbling over his words as he tries to smooth things over. But then, in a surprising twist, it's Lynda who takes the lead, suggesting they give their date another shot, this time without the awkwardness of a blind setup. Peter, clearly caught off guard, agrees with a smile, probably wondering if this is the kind of second chance he actually deserves. It's a rare moment where Peter's luck doesn't completely ruin things, and honestly, you've got to admire Lynda's boldness here. It's not every day someone volunteers for round 2 with Spider-Man's famously chaotic social life. Lynda confirmed their plans for Friday night, reminding Peter that he had her email, and playfully adding that he shouldn't forget his wallet since it was his turn to pay. With that, she walked off confidently, leaving Peter standing there, part relieved, part contemplative, and undoubtedly hoping not to botch things this time around. As Peter scratched his head, he realized something odd and wondered if Lynda had ever mentioned what she was doing there. Dismissing the thought, he reassured himself that it was probably nothing important and carried on without giving it much more consideration. But of course, it is important. Lynda was later seen sneaking into a damaged building, methodically searching through the rubble. She reflected on how she had hoped to find some of Dr. Connor's old research notes in the remains of the chem lab, but disappointment set in when all she found were broken test tubes. Realizing her efforts were futile, she admitted to herself that she would need to report back to her bosses that the mission had been a failure, as everything appeared to have been destroyed in the chaos. The scene shifts to the NYPD morgue 2 days ago. Peter's day takes a darker turn as he stands beside Carly Cooper, a forensic specialist and one of the few people who knows his secret identity. Peter stared at the cadaver in disbelief, questioning if it was really a dead body. He joked that when Carly mentioned lunch, he had imagined a restaurant, not eating chips in the middle of an autopsy. Carly, focused on her work, apologized and explained she was behind but had rushed since Peter said it was urgent. Peter, trying to mask his discomfort, hesitated before bringing up a delicate topic. He explained it was a sensitive matter and mentioned that Carly was one of the few people who knew his entire history. Before he could finish, Carly casually interrupted, pointing out that he was referring to his secret identity as Spider-Man. Peter panicked and gestured frantically, warning Carly to keep her voice down in case of a mistake with the bodies. Carly rolled her eyes and reassured him they checked thoroughly, and there was no need to worry. Peter's anxiety lingered as he hesitated, lowering his voice to ask if Carly had ever accidentally revealed his secret to anyone, a boyfriend, a co-worker. Carly raised an eyebrow, her silence amplifying Peter's paranoia. Finally, she reassured him with a confident smile, telling him she wouldn't do that and that his secret was safe with her. Pausing with a grin, she joked she'd take it to this place, I guess, trying to lighten the mood, though Peter still seemed uneasy. Peter decided not to press the issue further, attempting to brush off his lingering unease. He admitted that the thought had just popped into his head and he felt the need to check, adding that he didn't want to bother Carly any longer. Turning to leave, he assured her he would get out of her way. As Peter turned to leave, Carly softly called his name, stopping him in his tracks. Her voice carried a hint of concern as she asked if everything was all right and whether he needed to talk about what was bothering him. Peter, dodging the question with his usual reluctance to share, forced a weak smile. He assured her not to worry, insisting everything was perfectly before trailing off mid-sentence. His expression betrayed the weight of his inner turmoil as he walked out. Carly watched him go, her concern lingering. It was clear that Peter's attempt to act fine had failed to convince her, or himself. And that's where we'll leave it for now. So, what do you think about Peter's potential second date with Lynda? Could this be a step towards something meaningful, or just another disaster waiting to happen? And what are your thoughts on the twists in Astonishing Spider-Man Infinity Comic so far? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more. See you in the next one.